Yes, boys. Welcome back to another show. We got another panel show. Tarek's on the way. Hopefully, guys are all doing well, man. But yeah, put your hands together for Pulpit and Jacob Barrow.
That music gives me PTSD, man. I feel like I've done 3 tours of Iraq last year, and like that is like the shrapnel like shooting above my head after everything we went through.
Why
It did
don't
get
like
used a lot, didn't it? It did get used a lot.
It just reminds me of that 14 game run over Christmas every time coming in here.
Finally get it, sorted out.
We were playing those memes. Like we had to play memes to cheer us up, man, because it was so depressing, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, big up, lads. Another a win. 8 games. Is it 8 games now? 9.
9 unbeaten.
Games.
Yeah.
Oi, we're moving in stealth mode, man. Yeah, lads, I'll throw it out to you because I've been waffling for the whole stream, man. But just quick summary for me. I thought first 45 minutes, 30 minutes of that 45 minutes, I had actually really impressed with the performance. Thought we played really well, moved it well and that. And then second half, I thought we were crap, man. I thought we completely took our foot off the gas. I thought first 5 minutes we tried. Maybe it was the Nico G injury, not sure. Possibly, well, that probably did have a part to play for it, but just the intensity dropped everything in that second half, man. But yeah, Jay, let me start off with you, and then Pulpy, you just jump on back.
Yeah, I thought the first half was good, man, especially after seeing the team. When I first saw the team, I was skeptical, man. I can't lie. When I saw the midfield, I questioned where's the creativity gonna come from, where the goal's gonna come from. So I was actually on the side of being actually pleasantly surprised with the first half. I thought people like Rico Lewis had a very good game. I thought Nunes had another very good game. So on the whole, once I'd seen the team, I was like, I'll take a 1-0 here because I don't think we're going to create that much. But on the whole, we actually did it in it. And we're a weird team at the moment because it's either the first half that's absolutely shite or it's the second half that's absolutely shite. I can't remember the last time we put in a full 90-minute performance that's just been like completely flawless. Because even the Everton game at the weekend, I was falling asleep in that first half. And then obviously we come alive in the second. And then it's the complete opposite today. But I feel like Pep's just in a little bit more of business mode this year, where he just likes it. I think he's in a position where he just wants to get over the line. So I think he was happy for us to get the 2-goal lead. And then like he does, especially away from home in the Champions League, when we've not had a win in 12 months, I think he just wanted to secure that win and just kind of play keep ball, which none of us like. But at the end of the day, we've won 2-0. And that's another clean sheet as well without Cousinov, which was obviously an issue, but before he got injured. So on the whole, it's pretty decent. It's a 6-7 out of 10 in it. So there's definitely positives, man.
That was Donnarumma's 5th clean sheet in 8 games, by the way.
Oh, here we go. Go on.
Just saying, mate. Just
Nah. He's cooking on gas, man.
Putting the
I can't
facts
lie.
out there.
Man.
You could say he was on like a 9 out of 10 season so far. I'm just saying his stats are backing him up.
Yeah, nah, he made another good save today, did he? I mean, I probably expect him to make it, but yeah, he's doing well, man. He's doing well, mate. But like, bro, why? What annoys me, yeah, is that like that. By the way, in fact, before we come to all that, yeah, I want some praise for Rico fucking Lewis in this chat, yeah, and from you two on the panel, mate, yeah, because everyone was slagging him off before the game.
Agree,
and I was sticking up for him before the match, yeah, saying you guys don't get it, yeah, you don't understand ball, innit? Yeah, I mean, Rico Lewis is good when he plays that midfielder. He gets forward and he's the creativity. Jay, you were saying where's the creativity? Rico Lewis is a good player, man. He does create a fair bit, man, and he played really well. Second half, he kind of died off, but the whole team died off.
He likes that run.
Good, man.
He loves that run, which I want to see more from some more of our other midfielders. I want to see Reinders doing that more when he gets the chance to be on the pitch, you know. Because Rico Lewis, one of the things he's very good at is that ghosting run into the box alongside his winger. And he either drags someone away so that Savio's left 1v1, or he gives the option for that pass just inside, innit, for him to then square back to Haaland. I think Reinders needs to do that a little bit more, man. Because I know Rico was giving it to Savio today, but Doku had nothing on the other side. I know, obviously, Bernardo and Nico were playing a little bit deeper, but I think that's why Doku was so bad tonight because he didn't have that overlap. He didn't have that midfielder kind of dragging a player away from him. And I think you could tell by his performance compared to obviously the other side when Savio had a little bit of help with Rico making that run. But that's one thing he's very, very good at. And I remember criticising him before he played against, like, in the Forest game last year. Was it the semi-final? And he had a really good game then as well in midfield. And he proved me wrong then. So, big up to him, man.
He's better for forward, isn't he? He's better further forward because he's less chance of him having to do anything that requires him to be physical.
Well, you got to look at his strengths, Paul Pierre. His strengths for me is like he's a very technical footballer. He's good on the ball. He moves it quickly, and because he's quite small and that, like he's twisting and turning. So you play him at right back. What the fuck? You don't want him twisting and turning at right back, bro. You want a solid fucking defender. Do you know what I mean? Someone like a Nunes is a little bit like more physical and fit. Like for me, Rico Lewis, in that midfield, I knew he's a good player. But I remember, we went to Emirates a few years ago, and Pep played him in midfield at the Emirates like 3 years ago, and he was fucking mint at the Emirates. And I was like, I'm surprised that people sort of like forgot that a lot of the time when he plays in midfield, he's quite good. And what I love about him in the midfield, he drives forward, but he's always looking forward. And after last year, watching our midfielders pass sideways and backwards for 90 minutes, it's a breath of fresh air having Rico Lewis in that midfield, And I just feel like he deserves props, man, because he gets so much shit. And granted, don't like him.
I think he gets shit for his right back performances, though.
I don't like him at right back. That's a Pep issue, though, isn't it? Really, don't play him at right back. But when he plays in midfield, I think he's decent, man. Second half he didn't really get involved, but that's just a second half situation. I don't know what goes on with us.
Kind of solidifies the fact that how many people wanted him sold in the summer when North Forest was sniffing around him. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Well,
if you let him play in his natural position where he can actually be a benefit to the team and not just fill a hole, he's a good player. That's why Pep and that want to keep him around, because of things like today where you can actually get some value out of him in the final third where he's good. You know, if we're in a team that's playing well, you can get away from him at right back if you need him because he'd be further up the pitch. But when it's critical and he's defending, it's just not his strong point. And everyone knows that. But people wanted to bin him off, man. And he's done all right tonight. He just gassed out. I don't think he's match fit, is he? But I think he was all right. Second half,
when he got subbed off, bro, and that camera went on him, bro, he was looking like what did you make of that first half, then, man? Because honestly, I don't know where to rank that in terms of performances of like a 45 minutes, but I was really, really impressed, man, with that first 45 minutes, boys. I can't like I felt like we was like patient, but not like without a purpose, like not just passing the ball left, right. We was like, for example, that first goal, how many times did Stones pass to Savio and then Savio
waited for the space,
not yet, give it you back, no, not yet, and then Nunes got the ball, fired it into Savinho, and he was like, right, now, bang, Rico Lewis made the run, played it in, and it's a great goal, fantastic goal, man. We're scoring some great goals at the moment, boys.
It is good, though. I mean, that's what you want. We just want it's efficient. We seem to be very efficient in that game tonight. It was calm, it was collected, it was easy. We didn't have to do much to score. We didn't have to score a worldie. It was just solid, decent, neat football. Timings were perfect. And to be fair, as good as the first half was, the second half some of them lads in that team need to know how to win again. Scrappily wins, get them scrappy wins under your belt.
Yeah.
The scrappy clean sheet at the end, we was hanging on. Yeah, of course, they're going to give it a go, right? They're not going to it's not just going to stay 2-0. They're not going to try. So they put us under some serious pressure. They got some big lads in their team, but did it? We came out of it 2-0. We move on for a game that a lot of people today were saying we were going to lose, and especially when that lineup come out, everyone was all over it saying we were shit, got no chance of winning. The negatives are in there, but at the end of the day, we won 2-0. We'll just go on to the next one, and it just makes it easier for us to potentially drop points at the Bernabeu when we might do. A win like this is massive.
It takes the pressure off because, like I was saying, I felt this was a must-win game, right? And I heard a lot of people say they didn't think it was.
I actually think it was as well. I agree with you. I think it was.
I think it was. And the reason why I felt it was a must-win game, is because, like, how can you draw 2 games in your first 3, but then just assume that you'll be fine in the last like 5 games?
Yeah. When you've got to play Madrid away and
Madrid,
Dortmund.
It's like, the maths didn't math. So I did think it was a must-win game. We got the win. Mega. We're on 7 points now. If we beat Dortmund in the next game, which is a home game, I believe, that puts us on 10.
Takes the pressure off then, yeah.
Yeah, like Pulpy said, you can go to Madrid. If you get stuffed, you get stuffed. You've still got 3 games to get 7 points. It should be mad doable. So for me, this is a big night in the Champions League for City. For me, this has put us on the path now for that top 8. It's like, right, it's on now, you know. And that first half was very good.
We've got away from that away game hoodoo now as well, haven't we? We've broke that.
There was a lot,
there was a lot of talk about us not being able to get a win away from home, especially after the Monaco game. It was very frustrating, man, to not get the win there. Loads of talk about, can we do it? Are we like brave enough when we go away from home? And looking at the team beforehand, you could have argued that maybe he wasn't. Maybe Pep was trying to shut up shop a little bit and go with Control FC. But no, I was really surprised. I really enjoyed the first half. I thought we knocked the ball around nicely. I thought it was a fantastic decision to go back to the treble formation where John Stones was dropping into midfield. I think that really helped in the way that we built up and we were patient and we were finding Rico in. It created little channels for Rico to move into with that extra man in midfield. So I think the first half was great, and it is probably one of the best 45 minutes I've seen this season. I would agree with you when you say that. I'd love to see Stones be able to do that for a prolonged period, man, because I do think we're a good side, man, when Stones is inverted into that midfield. Tavio did all right, man. He was a little bit iffy for the first 20 minutes, wasn't he, again, where he was like losing the ball cheaply and stuff like that, and Doku was doing the same, and I was like, oh, we can't have a repeat of this, because it was a bit more of the same from Everton on Saturday. But he come into his own, man, and one thing that he has got is he has got a killer pass when he lifts his head up. The pass to Bernardo was fantastic. Yeah, obviously there's an extra man in the box, which helps with Haaland, but he's picked him out perfectly, man. Just a quick look. It was
a beautiful goal, man.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful cross.
Yeah, no, I think he played really well. You know what I mean? I thought first half he was really well, and obviously again, second half dropped off. But we'll say the same about everyone. So I don't want to say that about every single player. But yeah, I thought he was really good, man. I thought, like I say, that he was involved in the first goal. You know, again, and you know, took his time, didn't want to take the man on at first, and then he decided. Rico made the run, great run from Rico, played a great ball there, and then the cross, man, for Bernardo Silva was just pinpoint. That was so accurate for Bernardo. Bernardo couldn't miss, man. So yeah, I thought he had a good game. And you know what, as well, boys, I think he needed that. You know what I mean? With all the pressure that's been on him
in a big game as well, yeah.
Yeah, you know, the fan base has been getting on him, saying like the fuck, like last week, you know what I mean? People's getting on to him after the Everton game.
He was getting cooked after Everton, man.
Oh, he's getting so cooked.
Even in the stands, he was getting cooked during the whole game, man.
Yeah, I said before the game, I said, bro, he needs a good game here, man. Otherwise, he's going to get roasted heavy. And he responded, man. So that it's funny, actually, now, because that creates a little bit of a dilemma as to what you do going into the next game at the weekend against Villa. Because obviously, I wanted Cherki to start in his position tonight. But now, Doku's now had 3 games where he's not played well on the left. And I'm like, shit, what do you do now? Because do you drop Savio for Villa when he's just had a good game, put Cherki in? Or do you put Savio on the left, but he's not really played well on the left for us yet? So it's created a bit of a dilemma, a bit of a headache for Pep, but at least we've got competition for places, which is what it's all about. But yeah, big up, man. He needed that performance, and that cross for the second goal was superb. But it's just nice to see like small improvements from the team, isn't it?
He is starting to do. He's starting to do something in every game now, isn't he? Just an assist, making a difference, which is just all you want, really. He might not score, but if he's chucking an assist, two assists every 3 games, something that'll do us. You know, that means goals are going in because he's like had an impact. Whereas like last year we just couldn't get anything out of anyone really. But that's good to see.
It's a fair point from KC guys. I can't lie, man. These wingers are bipolar.
It is true, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like yin and yang, man, isn't it? When one's in form, the other one's absolutely shit, and when the other's in form,
you know what's going to happen, don't you? The wingers are going to be absolutely on fire, and Haaland don't score for 8 games in a row or something. It's going to be mad or something like that, isn't it? You'll get those 2 firing, and Haaland won't score.
Yeah, nah, facts, man, facts. Listen, let me come with some of these super chats. Smash these likes up as well, boys, if you've not done so. Make sure you guys are subbed up to Jay's channel, link in description. Tarek's on the way as well. Big up to Omar says, how does Cherki only get 8 minutes? Pep's a joker. I just think it's injury management. I think
it's easing him back in, isn't it?
I think that was game management as well. The last day, he probably, if it had been 3-0, you'd probably got half an hour about him.
I think so.
Just when the game's gone to 2-0 with 10, it was, what was it, 85th minute he brought on both on.
Yeah, when the game's dead.
It's just enough to get him some games, but also bring some tired legs off and know that they don't have to do too much defensively. It's okay. We could cope then.
But come on, how fucking mint is it, man? Like, bro, as soon as he gets the ball jerky, I'm like, come on, what you got for me?
He's
Man?
naughty, innit?
Like,
he has got that
I
effect,
don't know,
hasn't
it's fucking mint, man.
Guy's got
Play.
flair for days, man. 99 flair.
I know. They got roll up with a 2. Says not missing Edison's distribution, not one bit. Yeah, nah, facts, man. Donnarumma's distribution is not looking shabby at all, is it? We're not missing it one little bit, man. So yeah,
I don't know, man. Something about a little daisy cutter shit pinger 50 yards into someone's feet that is still nice to see. We won't see that again.
Yeah, but I don't feel like it's not.
I'm a realist, man. I prefer those empowering saves and big hands in a box. You know what I mean? I prefer that. Give me an animal in net than someone who can play a diag, yeah.
You're not a modern football fan, you, bro?
Yeah, but not with stuff that doesn't need to be pissed about with. I'm a
purist.
We've flirted with the Edison and changing football and being basically a quarterback. We don't need that now. Go back to some animal. And
where's that clip of Jay where he's like, fuck Donnarumma? I need to get that clip, man. I remember it. Dax played it on his channel, man. Get me the clip, man.
I didn't say fuck Donnarumma, did I?
Yeah, you did.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you was like,
you weren't
fuck
far
Donnarumma, man. Don't
yeah,
let him
do you know why? Because he wanted a City shirt. Yeah. I said, just wait till he signs. Because, let's not forget, everyone was bending over for Rodrigo as well. And where's that bum at right now? Do you know what I'm saying? So, just wait for them to hold up the City shirt, and then we can glaze.
You said, fuck Donnarumma out of my club.
Nah, never said that.
Someone get the receipts, man. They're there.
Someone get the receipts.
Find that, because I never said that. That is cat, man.
Yeah. Big up Adam, man, says, I was impressed by everybody, but Doku was very bad. Yeah, Doku was bad. But listen, there's a couple of things on Doku, because I was trying to be balanced on the guy, yeah. One, he was very bad. But two, I think he did have a tough situation today. He was marked by 2 or 3 plays every time. But I've got to say one other thing, yeah. Some of our passing to him doesn't help him,
Nah, like, they pinged into him, innit? Yeah,
bro, like
long ball.
But not only that, sometimes it's like pass the ball in front of him so he can run onto it with a momentum, and they'll pass it to his like right foot. Do you know what I'm saying? So then he's like got to come back, and it's like give him some momentum, man. But yeah, I ain't gonna like make excuses for him. Like he was poor.
He had no help today either, LB. That what he usually does get. He usually has Nico Riley that underlaps and overlaps that drags a player away. Reinders usually picks up that like inside little pocket where Rico was today on the other side. That usually drags people away. And he was kind of like reverted back to type from last year where it was all just give it to Doku and then he'd get doubled and tripled up. Do you know what I mean? So
why is he not putting in more central then, like he has?
That's what I mean. Yeah, he just hung out wide today, like the whole of last year, didn't he? He didn't have the opportunity to come in and kind of switch around, probably because he didn't have that overlapping fullback next to him and a Reinders to run next to him as well. So it was frustrating and he was poor. But yeah, I think he got hung out to dry a little bit on that left wing today, to be honest.
Yeah, no, me too. I agree, man. I agree. Let me just finish these chats off, boys. Big up KP Master says, big up, fellas. I believe the 45 minutes, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde City were seeing down to instructions. Pep is managing fitness for the long haul. I'm not sure. He also says, ideally, Pep would like us to have the game won in the first half so we can rotate players, but it doesn't happen because players find in form. Listen, I hear that we manage games,
half, right?
Not 2-0. I think you need to get the third, man.
Well, in theory, if it started 2-0 at half time and it ended 2-0, so in theory, it was 1 at half time.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
Yeah,
it is.
But I genuinely think, right, people are just trying to find a reason to get the pitchforks out and just not accept that. It was a good first half. Second half was a bit crap. Just like a few games this year, we've won 1-2-0. The run goes on, save it.
And you never know, like last year, we might have carried on playing the exact way we was playing and ended up drawing game 2-2.
Yeah, so it's just,
do you know what I mean?
The game management's there now. It's just like
he's just switched it up a little bit this year, Andy, to be a little bit more conservative, to see the games out, just to sit back a little bit more and just try and knock the ball about. And I know it can invite pressure and stuff sometimes, which it obviously did, because we're just pegged back that there was extra few yards in our own half, aren't we? But like you say, at the end of the day, we got a clean sheet.
How many games last year like that?
We were still getting caught on the counter attack, weren't we? Even 2-0 up.
Through 2 goal leads away.
Yeah.
Didn't know how to get a game over the line, and now look at what we've done in the last month or so.
Exactly.
Winning 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, getting games over the line and just seeing them out.
2-0 meant nothing to us last year. 2-0 meant nothing to us last year because you could go into the 80th minute 2-0 last year and you could expect to lose the game 3-2, yeah. And I don't feel like that this year. I already feel a lot more comfortable even going into a whole second half 2-0 up. Do you know what I mean? I'm not that scared anymore in this position. And I know it might be boring and I know it might be shit to watch, but it does feel a lot safer, doesn't it? And 3 points is all that matters at the end of the day.
And I'll tell you what as well, Donnarumma's a big part of that, bro, as well. Yeah. Like, you know, he just is like, again, like none of the saves that he made tonight was like, you know, I would have expected most goalkeepers to make it, but like, bro, I just feel so secure with this guy in net, man. I can't lie, bro. Like 3 clean sheets in a row now as well. Yeah, and I just feel like with that defense, like the defense, like someone in the chat before, sorry, I can't remember who put it in the chat before you, but said like Diaz is just putting in like solid 7 out of 10s every game now, and it's kind of like, yo, he's starting to get like, you know, back into the swing of things as well. You got, you know, and that was a, you know what, I when I did some score prediction before the game, I give them a goal because I was looking at the defense. I went, well, he's put John Stones back in there, so you know he's been thrown in. He's put Gvardiol back out to the left. He's completely changed the midfield. Given all the changes that he's made, I'll give him a goal. But like, we never really looked threatened. Obviously, they hit the post at the end off a set piece. But you know, even in that second half, wave after wave of attack, yeah, I'm like, yo, like they're not really doing anything, and that's because we're much better at defending now. And I've been saying this for time. Yeah, this defense is not the same as last year, and I keep saying to people, but the mainstream media and rival fans are so slow to catch up, about our defense. They keep saying our defense is dog shit. It ain't dog shit. Yeah, is it as good as Arsenal's? No, but it's not dog shit anymore. And they keep on acting like it is. Yeah, 3 clean sheets in a row, man. Yeah, so no, it is.
I think we've got to give props to the guy at right back as well, man, because I think he's been one of our best players the last couple of games. I think he was amazing at the weekend against Everton. I think he was very, very good tonight as well. Not just going forward, which we know is probably his bread and butter, like the way he was carrying the ball into midfield on Saturday, but defensively today as well, I thought he was brilliant. There was a couple of times where it looked like someone might have gone past him and he made a good recovering tackle. So big up to Matheus Nunes, man. I know me and him have a love-hate relationship, and I feel like it's like he's like my toxic girlfriend. Like, do you know what I mean? Where we're on and off for like 5 years, and 1 minute I'm saying I don't want to ever see him in the team again, and now I just fucking love him again, man. And I think he's a mint right back. So I guess a lot more will tell when we see him against the likes of your Villas and your Bournemouths and your Liverpools. But at the moment, we need to give him props, man, because I think he's been great.
It just doesn't have to. You know, it just doesn't have to make mistakes. He can, if he doesn't make another mistake again all season and just plays like he can play, we're all right. It's just when he drops a massive bollock and we can see the goal from it, which is kind of what happens. This stuff like you're seeing right there, that's not what he can do that every week, but he might do that and then give a goal away, and nobody can see those stats. You just see the bozo. Yeah. So if he just cuts those out and just be a solid right back, you know, stays out of trouble, does the good stuff, and then contributes to the attacking phase of play, which he's obviously doing there, then that's perfect for us.
Because apart from that fucking moment against Brighton, he's been good this year. Every time he's played, he's been good, man. And do you know what I mean? He's in a run now where he's pretty much starting every game, keeping clean sheets back to back to back. He's provided threats going forward as well, a couple of assists. So, do you know what I mean? I just don't want to fucking pour my heart out for him, though, because I know he's going to hurt me down the line at some point. But I've always backed this guy, and I've always said that I'd be more than happy to cheat on you, bro. Yeah, that's what I mean. He's that toxic bird, man.
How could you
let me down? I know.
How could you do that to me?
Yeah.
But when it's good, baby. Do you know what I mean? When we're good, we're good. That's what it feels like with him.
Big up Tarek, man. We're just speaking. Jay's in a relationship with Nunes.
It's what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, toxic relationship, man. How you doing?
I think it's a great analogy though, because like you said, there's plenty of time when it's really good, but when it goes bad and it goes sour, my. So one of my show bros is the biggest Nunes apologist out there. He's the biggest Nunes stan out there. So I hear it every week, and I'm always like, nah. But I mean, he came good today. So
no, he was good, and he was fucking mint against Everton first half as well. He was the best player on the pitch, I thought. So yeah, that's solid as well. Shout out Micah as well. I smell an All English Champions League final between two of Arsenal And City pool, Donnarumma, Alisson, Raya, best 3 keepers in world football, says Micah. Oh, come on, bro. We'll see what happens, man. Yeah, they slapped up Athletic. I didn't see it, but I've seen Arsenal cooked, man. So yeah, they're looking good, man. They're looking good. But yeah, Tarek, man, what are you saying? We've just spoke about sort of like the first half performance, how good that is. We've sort of touched on the second half, but not really covered it. But yeah, like your take, bro.
Yeah, I mean, first half really, really good. Second half dropped a little bit, but I guess that to a certain extent that's to be expected. I thought, it was disappointing to see Nico G go off. I mean, you haven't really got to the second half yet, but because I thought he had done really well. All in all, I mean, so first of all, when I saw the lineup, I was not highly, but I was disappointed. I'm like, what is Pep doing? Because I thought that, maybe they were a little bit better than we were giving them credit for with the lineup. But, Pep, that's why he's a manager, right? He knew what he was doing, put the players in good positions. And people who hadn't played for a while took that opportunity and played well. We talked about Nunes, who's been playing, but then Rico Lewis was good. So it was good to see players that haven't really played a lot get minutes and do well. Also knowing that we were able to rest some of the players, which, ahead of Villa. So all in all, man, really, really professional performance is what I would say.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if there's any news about Nico Gonzalez, man. But
that'll be a big loss. That if we're going forward, he brings so much balance to the team, having a proper number 6 in there. So if we're missing him going into these next run of games now, it's going to be a big loss, man. So I hope it's just precautionary.
It'll just be an impact injury. It'll be fine. He'll probably play at the weekend.
I hope so.
Yeah, but we said that about Huzanov, and then he's been out for 3 weeks.
No, but
True.
When he went off, you seemed like walking up and down the bench. He didn't look like he was in pain. He's just tucking it.
I thought he looked really unhappy. Me, Pulpy. I thought he looks like
unhappy to come off, or unhappy that he got clapped.
No, like I feel like he thought it was bad, like the way that he. I don't think he would have come off. Right?
Well, and then it was Partey. So again, he has history with Rodri, and just it's just a bad look all around. Like I said, I really do hope that he's good to go.
I think he'll be fine
because he's been playing really well.
We've got when do we play? Saturday.
Sunday.
Sunday. Four real proper days to recover. And he'll be
but if he's done his metatarsal or whatever it's called, like Huzanov did.
To me, it looked like he took an impact injury.
Hopefully, man. But that's what we said about Huzanov, and fucking he was out for 3 weeks. This is what Pep, by the way, I had to say about Rico Lewis. It's going back to what Pulpy was saying earlier on. I'm pretty sure that 90% of the people, when they saw Rico Lewis in the lineup, said, "What is this reason why?" I fucking didn't, mate.
I'm one of those people. Well, not necessarily. Well, I'm one of those people. Mate. Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
I do.
I'm a Rico believer, mate.
He was definitely on social media before the game, Pep, wasn't he? Looking at Twitter.
It, man.
I didn't even really have a personal thing with Rico. I think it was just the whole midfield in general without one creative player. I don't think it was an attack. Like, I wouldn't have minded a Rico and a Nico G if it had like a Foden or a Cherky or a Reinders in front of them. I think it was just a combination of all three of them that made me a little bit skeptical with how we were going to feed Haaland and stuff. But obviously he proved me wrong, and Rico has got that lovely little burst into the box that we've seen today. So big up to him.
And we know that he can play that position well. He gets into good attacking positions. He can create. So it's not a surprise that he played well, but quite honestly, I just didn't expect it. Like you said, just the makeup of the squad in general, I wasn't, or the team in general, I just wasn't really excited about it going in. But again, Pep knows what strings to pull, and it worked out well. And as always, he always knows what strings to pull until he doesn't, and then of course everybody's upset. So you got to take the good with the bad sometimes.
Oh, apparently Nico G tweet.
Yeah, Pep spoke about him. Like I said, there's probably not much to it.
It's a knock on his feet, and hopefully he will be fine.
That sounds all right then.
What did he say about Huzanov?
I was going to say...
Did he say similar? What
did he say about Huzanov after the Arsenal game?
Has anyone got proof of this?
You know what I mean? Hopefully. Yeah, he said hopefully. Yeah, is Papa Doctor or what? Yeah, we'll see, man. But I tell you what, he's fucking impressing me big time, boys. Nico Gonzalez. They got to give him high praise.
You know what's weird as well, LB? I've seen a lot of like discourse within the fan base, you know, especially this season. And I know a lot of us was probably calling for him to get more minutes last year, but I've heard people on Twitter speaking to me, even in the DMs, and that's like really cooking Nico G, saying like how they really don't like him. So I think the fan base is pretty split on him, really. But every time he's started this year, for me, he always drops a solid performance.
For me, yeah,
in my
like
opinion.
I think you've got to look at Nico Gonzalez as a unique style of player, right? Because at the moment, and it might change in the future, but at this moment in time, he is a squad rotational player. At this moment in time. Now, when Rodri leaves, will it change? Who knows? But Rodri's not left. He's still here. At the moment, he's a squad rotational player. Is he good enough to be a squad rotational player for Manchester City? The answer is yes.
100%, yeah.
So I don't really get why people are getting on a guy's case. When Rodri leaves, yeah, we've got to have a new conversation, because then we've got to decide, well, do we think he's good enough to start week in, week out, every single game for the whole season? So, but we're not at that point yet. Yeah, we're at the point of, is he squad rotation? I think he's playing really well. I thought he had a great game today.
Yeah, I think he had a good game Saturday as well.
He did. He's been playing really, really well. I think he's getting better game on game, man.
Go on, sorry.
No. I would say I think he's been. I want to say exceptional, because that's maybe overstating it, but he's been really good. And again, no one can replace Rodri, but it makes the Rodri absence. It's like a minimal effect, because he's able to do a lot of the things that we would hope for Rodri to do. So I think he's done really, really well.
You can follow it back. So if you go to Nico now, nobody thinks Nico's up to replacing Rodri. Nobody thought Rodri was up to replacing Fernandinho. Nobody thought Fernandinho should have been playing in the team around Gareth Barry and stuff like that. And then you had Nigel de Jong before those, and it's like it'll go back forever. And once life after Rodri is over, and then you have Nico / whoever it is, it'll be the next guy, and he's never good enough, because it's just like, just chill out, let the guy play football. How many times have we got players and you say we can't replace him? We just go out and find another way. You know, we were told we were never going to replace Tevez. We never going to replace Aguero. We can't replace David Silva. You can't replace De Bruyne. We will find players. It'll just be different. You just got to just relax, let the guys play. You know, and think how lucky we've been to have players that are coming in that are actually decent, because it could easily go the other way and you end up with like United, who just have shit players coming in, and then you really fall from grace.
Yeah, and I hear that, Pulpy, but I feel like we're not at that conversation yet. I feel like we're at that conversation. Yeah, but we're at that conversation for me last 3 months of the season. Yeah, when we get to like March, April time, I feel like that's when we need to start having the conversation about. And by the way, that's only if Rodri don't fucking stay. If Rodri signs a new contract, then we're chilling.
There was that tweet that said he was going to resign.
I think you've got to give Nico this season. I know we had the January to thingy, but that was a period where we probably all want to forget.
Yeah, but what are you talking about? Are you judging him here as a squad rotation Rodri backup?
The same way they all have been. The same way all those players I've talked about all came in and did what they've all done. You have to come in and earn your place, learn how to play, and then once you've had a year under Pep, you kind of see where they're at. You know, if in a year's time he doesn't get any more game time during the season, he's probably chalked. But Rodri managed to do it. Fernandinho managed to evolve. Other players have managed to do it. Just got to give the guy a chance to understand, because you can. The one thing that is on Nico's side is he's a very different player to what turned up in January.
Yeah,
he is. So he's learning. He's he's doing everything right. So
I actually think he's been underused. I think that's probably. I think he actually should have been used more. And I think Rodri would probably be still fit now if Pep did put a little bit more faith in him. Because there was a couple of those games over that period where I know I was even speaking to you about it, Popey, on Twitter a few times, where it was 3 starts back to back, like Sunday, then Napoli midweek, and then I think it was Arsenal the weekend. And Rodri probably doesn't get injured if he doesn't like play all those games back to back. So that is crazy, by the way.
Bro, Brennan, put the beverages down. Yeah, I'll put the
that is wild.
Down.
Yeah. Let's be real. He's only 23. What? So let's assume that the season ends tomorrow, and you go from the January signing to the end of this year, right?
Yeah.
He's had a better impact in his first year than Rodri did.
Yeah,
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
but
don't think
it's
so.
hard to say anybody's going to be better than Rodri. Rodri
Nah,
is
that
a
first season,
Rodri,
the first season
but
of Rodri, everyone was
yeah,
like, "Who
but
is
he's
this
a
donkey midfield?"
he's a Ballon d'Or winner. I mean, again, I think it kind of minimizes what Rodri is doing to compare anybody. To say anybody is going now. Again, maybe it happens, and it probably won't look like what Rodri looks like because Haaland doesn't look like what Aguero looks like, and you know all the people that you listed earlier. Right? It's going to look slightly different, but to say he's going to be better than that, I just can't
That's
make
crazy.
that leap. That's a too big of a leap for me.
Yeah, I
Rodri
think
came
that's
in with
what
a
I'm saying.
Rodri came in with a bigger reputation than Nico G, and even though he was not that great in his first season, Pep still definitely saw something in him because he still pretty much played him every single game as well. And the same can't be said for Nico G. Nico G couldn't buy minutes last year in our worst midfield in maybe 10, 15 years. So,
Right, just to clarify,
you know what I mean?
I wasn't saying he was better. I'm saying if he thinks he could be better, there is something to base it off the fact that Rodri's first season was not as good as Nico's.
I think this, honestly, Pulpy, I think there's zero things to base it off. Honestly, I'll be deadly serious. I don't think there's anything that I've seen.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying. But I'm saying there is reasons to think that there's more promising things to come from Nico because
I think there's zero reasons, chat. Yeah, zero reasons at this moment in time. We have to start respecting Rodri, man. He's a Ballon d'Or winner. Like,
what do you mean? No one's disrespecting him.
You saying
No,
that this guy's
no.
come in and done some nice football in 6 months, and now we're saying that he could be better than
I
Rodri.
said his improvement since he came is better than what Rodri did proved in his first year.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he can be better.
That's
than
undeniable.
Rodri.
So that's something to base.
So I think
off.
we could agree that he might have had a better first year. I can agree with you.
I don't even think he has though, because we were shit last year and he could barely even get in the team. I know Rodri wasn't great, but he was still playing week in, week out. And I think we still won the league in his first year, didn't we? So, do you know what I mean?
Look at this comment. I don't know if you guys know this, right? But apparently, Big Steve spoke to the City staff and they said that they've only printed 4 Nico Gonzalez kits at the City store. Dizzy says Pulpy is one of the 4 who's got Nico G on the back of his shirt.
Is that real? He only printed 4? I might buy
imagine
one
if he
just
pulls
to
it
support
out
him.
now. Imagine if he's got a Nico G shirt. Right?
Is that the lowest one? Is the more is the more
You've not had
Mateus?
it. You've
He's
not
got
a
it.
Nico G.
No
You've not
way.
fucking got it. No way. No.
ready?
No. No.
Fuck.
Bro, if you'd have pulled out the Nico,
He's on that one there.
then
The old one. No.
That's mad.
You know what? I'm going to get it. I'm going to do it.
You're gonna be the 5th guy, yeah?
I'm going to get that new City shirt, the 4th one, and I might get one with the rain on the back and say, yeah, Nico G. Fuck it. I'm going to do it.
That rain kit is still the most horrendous kit of all time.
Yeah, but honestly, like Jay said, it will be a big miss if he's injured. Hopefully, it ain't serious, man, because like obviously Kovacic good player and that, but he ain't a 6, mate. You know what I mean? And he can't do what Nico Gonzalez can do. And shout out Nico
Agreed.
Gonzalez, man. He was very, very good today until he went off, man. Impressive stuff. Let's have a look at some more of these chats, man. Big up to everybody. As you guys are smashing up the likes. Shout out, by the way, Tarik's going live tonight, midnight for a call-in as well. So make sure you're getting on that. I'll put a link in the description. Tarik, will you send me your new channel and on WhatsApp or something? I'll get it in the description, bro.
Okay.
Big up Robertinho, man. Says, big up the panel and my boy Luke Shaw. Shout out Cafunes this season. Is him. Got a good feeling. No more bozos. He's been class with confidence due to Zizou. Yeah, man. I think Zizou's giving everyone confidence. But yeah, big up Cafunes, man. He's been fucking cooking, man. He has. Just don't bozo in it, innit? But also, yeah, we also can't get in a position where we're like, he can't afford to make a single mistake, yeah? Because other players make mistakes, innit? It's the regularity and sort of like importance of the bozo, like United. You know what I mean? Like
Has there been I can't imagine another player we've ever had that has made mistakes that have led to goals more than him.
Nunes.
Yeah, can you think of anyone?
Probably.
No, I'm going back years, mate. Other than maybe Richard Dunn with some mad own goals here and there, but other than that, it's like I can't remember any other player that's when he drops a ball, like it usually results in a goal.
Demichelis.
Yeah,
remember when he used to get
Mangala's not a
fucking
bad shot, bro. He was not great, man. He was a bit shit, to be honest. Yeah, get Clichy off the list, Hugh. Yeah, you fucking don't disrespect Gail Clichy, man. He was top baller, mate. Yeah,
don't disrespect Laporte.
Edison. Fucking disrespect, man. Don't disrespect the greatest goalkeepers club's ever had, mate. Yeah, serious. Yeah, but the point I'm making is, yeah, we can't. I feel like we don't want to be one of these people, yeah, who are like, he's not allowed to make a single mistake, because I feel like we're all just waiting for him to make a mistake, and we're like, there you go again. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
pitchforks already. Yeah,
The problem is, the problem is last year and maybe the year before, if I remember correctly, it was the regularity of the mistakes and the importance of the goals that then we conceded. Yeah, so
it's not like we were 5-0 up when he dropped a ball. Like it was like
1-0 up against United.
Yeah.
Sporting Lisbon giving penalties away when we're still in the game, etc., etc. But yeah, big up Jace as well. Says it's his first full season. I swear, people who hate on Nico G probably never saw Rodri during his first season as well. Says Jace, man.
I defend Nico G almost every time I get an opportunity, but I just felt the Rodri comparison might have been a bit of a stretch. So no disrespect to Nico G, because I appreciate what he's doing, and I think I do agree with him that he's been probably talked about harshly or compared to his performance. His performance didn't deserve to be talked about the way that he has been by a certain aspect of the fan base. So I agree with that.
I also want to see him do it against a Liverpool or a Real Madrid or an Arsenal.
Do you think he'll get the chance? Assuming Rodri comes, if Rodri's healthy, he's not going to get that opportunity. He'll come in like 60th minute, 70th minute, whatever.
I can't see Pep ever trusting him to play the 6 on his own there in those big games. So we probably will never see it, but that is a kind of a reflection of the play that he is compared to maybe when Rodri first come as well. But yeah, I would really like to see him do it in a big game. Even like Villa, who are in great form at the moment, if he can come in and drop a great performance on Sunday against a team that usually is challenging for Champions League, Europa League around that level, I'll be able to make a much better judgment on him, I think.
Playing him alongside Rodri is what I want to see. You think about like the physicality of like a Newcastle midfield.
Yeah,
having those two counteracts that.
Yeah,
and Nico G's very good at carrying the ball forward as well, and passing through the lines, and that'll give him a little bit more of a license to do that with Rodri next to him as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
that's where you see the 8 in him.
Yeah.
100%. You're right. Yeah, boys, this is another thing we need to speak about. Yeah, Bomber.
What now?
Hell, this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Honestly, man. Just another day at the office. Just
the one tonight, man. Just the one tonight. Just average night.
No, you know what? That header he missed in the first minute.
Guy, man?
That header he missed. You know, header he missed when he scored one against Monaco, didn't he? The same one.
Yeah, he should have scored, man.
Should have scored.
Yeah, he should have scored. That was like back to his usual heading.
What part of his head does that come off?
Yeah, he should have scored that, man. I can't lie. And then he
had straight off his bobble. Straight off his bobble in his ponytail.
He had another one in the first half, right, where he was on the edge of the box, and I felt he should have pulled the trigger, and he passed it, I think, to Savinho or someone.
That was in the first that was 30 first seconds.
Yeah, first
attack
of the game. I actually felt he should have.
He should have shot. Yeah, I think it's because
they were all overplaying. Because
he
passed it to Savio. Savio tried to pass it back post to
Doku.
To Doku. Yeah.
He was very good again today, man. And he was involved. Obviously, he got the goal. He had that chance where Kovacic played that ball. The touch was world class on his left foot, onto his right foot, and he just banged it. Unfortunately, it was too close to the keeper. It's like easy save. And then he had that other one, didn't he, where someone played the pass. Oh, Gavadio played that pass into Savinho off the left. Savinho played it to Haaland, and he looked at Bob, and Bob was too far behind. So what did he do with it after that? He didn't shoot. He passed it to. Did he pass it to Cherky or someone? And anyway, he was. I felt another one. I felt like he could have gone on solo shot that one as well, man. But bro, another goal, some sort of record. Someone pulled. Do you guys know the record that he's got? I think he's equal to someone's record, Champions League record or something tonight. What's the record? Anyone know what the record is?
Well, I know he's got 53 and 51 now, and I heard that he's 2 goals behind Ruud van Nistelrooy already. But I've not heard anything about.
Someone in the chat before said like he's just equaled like the record for 12. Oh, is this it? 12 games in a row.
Oh, 12 games in a row. 12. Oh, right, first.
Yeah, 12 games in a row, Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's now 3 goals behind Ruud van Nistelrooy. But I don't know if this has been updated, so it might be 2.
Yeah, I think it's 2. Someone said before.
Dortmund, yeah.
Dortmund home. So you imagine
former club as well.
Gonna watch scoring that.
This is the updated list. Well, it's not updated because it's not got the. So you're saying this is
9
54
already is crazy, you know.
I know, man. I know, but look at the fucking
Look at
goal
the
ratio,
appearances.
man.
Yeah.
Look at the fucking goal ratio, bro.
That's wild.
You're fucking wild, bro. Look at the goal ratio, man. It's jokes. Yeah. It's unbelievable, mate. Yeah, he's going to smash this record. He's going to end his career. As I said last week, he's going to end his career. Yeah? Premier League top scorer, Man City top scorer, Champions League top scorer. He's going to box every record there is. Every single record. Yeah? There's going to be no more
that he
records.
stays healthy.
He's probably got 10 years left in him, right? So even if he just goes at a goal a game or even it's less than that, he's still going to get 150 goals in the Premier League, in the Champions League.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's incredible, man. It's incredible. I mean, he's probably going to get, what, another 10 goals this Champions League?
Well, I'd imagine he would be.
Yeah. The rate he's going.
He's got to be on 6, funny. He's got to get 6.
Well, he averages a goal a game by the stats. So
7 more goals this season is probably quite doable.
He's got an advantage on. He's got an advantage on Ronaldo and Messi now as well because he plays more fixtures every year. So it'll piss it, won't it? It's eight league games now before the knockout. So he gets an extra 2 games to do it.
They'll say that it doesn't count because they'll put an asterisk on it and say, "Oh, it doesn't count because he played more games."
He probably won't even end up playing more games than them two, though, will he? To be fair.
Yeah, Ronaldo played more games than Raul, so it's just it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's just moving fucking wild, bro. Like, I can't lie. Like, another goal.
Is asterisk not a thing? What do you guys call it?
Asterisk,
yeah.
Okay.
Like Liverpool's first league title has got an
There you
asterisk.
go. Yeah, somebody in the chat says.
Yeah, man. But yeah, Haaland, big up Haaland, man. He's cooking on gas, mate, and it's good to see, man. The goal again. I think the still. I don't know if this is true. Maybe someone needs to fact check this year, but I'm pretty sure still the only game this season for club and country not scored is the Spurs game, which is fucking mad. We're almost in November.
That's the Spurs curse, that, mate. It's despicable.
And he should have scored in that one. The header that Cherky settled for him.
Yeah.
Think about it. He should have bagged there as well. Yeah, so it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy settings. Yo, big up Kieran as well. Says Savinho needs to play like that every week. Yeah, well, he's like I say, he's
he won't,
really. Well, he won't. Like someone said before, like we got bipolar wingers, man. So he probably won't, man. But obviously, he played well tonight, so give him his credit. Yo, big up Savio. But yeah,
but the only way he plays like that consistently is he got to play consistently, and so I just don't know that he's gonna. I mean, again. I'm not the manager, but I don't know that he's going to play consistently enough to really develop that type of a rhythm. Because again, I want to see Cherky when Cherky is healthy and fully fit. Somebody's got to come out.
Cherky's
got to be in that lineup, in my opinion. So I just don't know how much they're going to play.
Yeah. Yeah, well, where are you guys like thinking then? I know we'll probably speak about it as the week goes on, but obviously I feel like Pep's got a bit of a decision to make now on the wings because, like for me, the wing situation was pretty clear to me. Like Cherky on the right, and then if Doku doesn't pick up his game, for Marmouche. If Doku got back on it, Doku. I've got a situation now where Savinho's now just played well. So what do I do on the right wing? Because I don't know whether to play Savinho or Cherky. And Doku's had another game where he's not been great. So now do I throw Marmouche in? Or do I move Savio to the left and play Cherky on the right? Like, I know it's early. We'll probably discuss it a lot more as the week goes on. But like, where are you guys sort of thinking for the Villa game? Like, what would we do with the wingers, man? I tell you, I think I would Savio left wing, Cherky right. I think.
Really?
I think. I don't know. Or maybe Marmouche Cherky. I fucking don't know, me. No.
I don't know whether Pep's going to trust Cherky on the wing, especially not in those big games against like athletic players, which Villa are like fucking Watkins and Rodgers. He likes his defenders to be able to be athletic going backwards as well. And there's a lot of talk around whether Cherky's kind of got that in his locker. So I think if he does play, it'll probably be more in a central role. But it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell with a minute because no one knows what his actual best position is yet. I still don't know what Cherky's best position is. It's probably a 10 in it because he can go both ways. But that's where Foden is as well. So you can't really drop him either.
Well, Pep's apparently had his chat with Cherky after the game. Yeah, well, I always thought that Cherky's best position would be a 10 as well because of his left foot, right foot ability. But like I say, the Leon fans say it's not. The Leon fans say it's a right. So
really,
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying the
Right.
Leon fans, because you would think, innit, because he's
More
so good with
space.
both feet that like when he's in the middle, he's got the angles. He can go, he can pass. He's got all
Yeah,
the,
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, like just because he was better for Leon on the right, don't mean he'll be better for us on the right. He might be better in the 10. I don't know.
I think a lot of people are let's put it into perspective. A lot of people are clucking to see Turkey play because of the little cameos he's done with them little nice free balls and stuff, and they expect that to happen for 90 minutes. So let's just bring things back down to earth and remember that he's not going to do that for 90 minutes. That was just a moment in the game where the game's on its last few legs. So you're not going to get, just so you know, chat, you're not going to get that sort of performance for 90 minutes when he plays on the right wing. So, you know, it's about what's going to be best to integrate. Like you always say in your
ruin the fantasy for us, Pulpy. Ruin the fantasy for us.
No, LB always says, let him just get used to the league. We don't have to see him cook straight away. You know, you don't have to come and hit the ground running. Let him learn and get into it, and he will. But I don't see him starting at the weekend. I think he'll probably start with Doku and Savinho.
I want to see him cook straight away. I want him to.
He's not going to, Jay. He's not going to.
I want him to lather me up good and proper, ready for that Liverpool game, man.
I think it's time, man. I thought it was time tonight, but I think
do you want him to play against Villa and have an average game and get subbed after 55 minutes?
Do you know what I?
Or do you want him to come on for the last 20 and absolutely cook?
Do you know what I think? I actually think this could even boost Haaland up to that next level, because one thing that I think we've been missing this year is a player that's got the ability to unlock defenses from that central position, and that's why I think I prefer probably Cherky in that central role, because he's got that fucking creative flair gene that only like the people like Kevin De Bruyne has got, where he can kind of find Haaland from anywhere on the pitch off both feet. So I think just get him in now, get him ready, especially for that Liverpool game, man, where it's going to be hard to break him down, and you want Haaland running in behind. He's the man to be able to unlock that defence, in my opinion. So I'd get him in, man.
I agree. I completely agree with you in terms of like that creativity, and that even when we've played well in games this season, something that I feel like we've missed is that creativity aspect. And I feel like Turkey is, and I just feel like Turkey's now ready. I think it's time. Yeah, like I was very hesitant early in the season to like throw him in. Yeah, I didn't think it was right that we threw him in at the Spurs game. Exciting, but I don't think it was the right decision. I think we need to be more chill with it. But now it's the end of October, and I think we are ready for Turkey. Maybe not for 90 minutes, yeah, but it's time. I think it's time.
I think he's ready for a start, for sure.
He's certainly ready for 30 minutes, not the 5-minute cameo, 10-minute cameo.
That's what I'm thinking give him half an hour. If we're winning or we are down a goal or something, we need to win the game, get him on for half an hour. But I think starting him, I don't know, man. I think he's better suited to just coming on and being able to play more comfortably in a game that's a little bit run down. I think you get more out of him that way right now. You know, and if he comes on against Villa and scores or gets an assist or absolutely goes absolutely mental, then he starts. But you're basing it off.
So when would you throw him in there against like a Swansea in the League Cup?
Yeah, for me, he's got to start against Swansea. Yeah,
like
if he doesn't start against Villa, he's got to go in against Swansea, and then you see what
my problem is. So my problem with that though, Pulpy, is Pep's going to rotate the team massively against Swansea, and it'll be dog shit.
No, I
so
don't.
He won't be playing to the level that you want him to be playing at.
Yeah,
because that Huddersfield game that we went to the other week, that was shit, mate. Like it wasn't good to watch, and that had like Bob playing, and it had Savio just coming back from injury.
But I think with more players back from injury, it won't be as big a drop off as it was in that match. You know, when we had Mikasa up top, and I think it won't be as severe of a drop off. It will be a drop off, but it won't be as big of a deal.
I just think it'll be a mad drop off, and then he'll just be like, "Yo, what we're doing here? Like, who can I pass the ball? There's no striker, for example." And I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just feel like
it'll be Marmoush up top, probably.
Yeah, but then will he be out making the runs that Haaland makes? You know, that he wants to play. I don't know. I just feel that like minimum now, I want to be seeing like 30-minute spells from this guy, because I do feel he's ready. Yeah, but listen, if Pep wants to hold him back for another week or 10 days, whatever, cool. Yeah, but I do personally now feel that he is ready to start games and ready to impact the games for Manchester City. Whereas early in the season, I was like, I don't think he was ready. I wanted to delay it, but now I think it's there, man. But yeah, every time he steps on the pitch, man, I'm just like glued. I'm like, oh, fucking get the ball to him, man. It's just mint. It's so mint, mate. Honestly, it's top stuff.
I think Pulpy is right to temper expectations because I think they're so sky high that there's no way he can live up to it. What I want to see and what I think I'm going to see is just so ridiculous that no one could live up to that, especially for 90 minutes, the bulk of a match.
It happened at the start of the season when then he came against Wolves and was mint, and then he started against Spurs and was shit.
Yeah, but everyone was shit against Spurs.
And he's also adapting to a new league and new squad. So there's going to be some.
Well, I agree. He shouldn't have started the Spurs game. Yeah,
I think it's evident from that picture of him with Pep on that you just showed then, and that's like the third time that's happened, right? That he's obviously trying to get something into him, And we know what Pep's like with things like that. He will keep going at someone, and so he did it with Nico. He didn't have loads of them, right? If he's doing that, it's for a reason.
And I don't think Pep would have come out and glazed him as much as he has in the press, because Pep's not usually the one to do that, where before we've all seen him properly to come out and say how incredible he is, like behind the scenes and stuff like that. He'll usually want him to still be aiming for higher, and keeping those high standards. But the fact that he's already come out and said like he's one of the best like technical players he's seen, I think obviously it speaks fucking massively of the ability that the guy's got.
Yeah, now Pep was glazing him. Yeah, but Pep also glazed Nunes. Yeah, but Nunes has been well, bro. But yeah,
but Nunes is being a good little girl at the moment, so leave him alone.
Oh, she's definitely gonna finish you, bro. Relationship over.
She's gonna hurt me down the line. She's gonna hurt me down the line.
I heard you slagging me on this TV show you do with your friends. We're over. Yeah. Honestly, man.
We're gonna have an up and down rocky relationship this year on this panel, man. Me and Nunes, but hopefully it works out.
You know what's funny as well? I just realised that there's gonna be some people that joined after you explained what you were talking about before, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on?" I saw some of you guys in the chat saying, "Man, big up City Side Die." Said when Pep does this with players, it just means he's trying to drill information into the player, knowing he's not gonna need to play him more, so they need to be clued in. It says City Side Die. Kai says, Marmoush and Cherki have no reason to be unhappy. They're returning from injury. Yeah, it's fair, man. It's fair. Last player he spoke highly as was Foden. Yeah, KP says, Cherki is too good of a conductor and creator to be cast off in the wings. He's a 10. And the real decisions for Pep is to bench Tijani Reinders and play him with a Foden. I mean, I think that's the dream, innit? But, like, can you do that? Can you play Foden, Rodri, and Cherki in the midfield? Like, is that a thing? Can you actually do that? I don't know, man.
Foden, Rodri. Nah, I think you'd have to play. You need like a double pivot. You need a Rodri and Nico G if you want to play Foden and Cherki. I think, wouldn't you? I doubt you could do it with Reinders.
Yeah, chat. What you think? You think you could play Sorry, do you think you could play Rodri, Nico G, Foden and Cherki? Or you reckon that's too ham?
I think he could, because I think Foden's the one that's disciplined enough to play more of an 8 rather than being so like attacking. Whereas I think Cherki's more suited to being on the front foot all the time.
I think you're begging for another Spurs result if you try.
I think
to do
with that, but you also play. You don't let your wing backs go forward, right? You make sure they're a bit more drilled. You won't have running forward like O'Reilly did, and you get away with Kusanov in that. So you have got a defensive cover.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the way forward is to play Foden or Cherki off the right, either one of them, and then you can have a double pivot of Rodri and Bernardo or Rodri and Nico G. Then you can play. I'd like to see Cherki in the middle and Foden just drifting off the right hand side of me. I think that's where Foden's probably been his best for City. And if you have Nunes playing, that's obviously going to create an overlap as well. Then imagine Foden and Cherki in those little pockets outside the area, in and around Haaland, just popping the ball around. That gets me excited, man. So
everyone said we could never get away with playing Rodri, De Bruyne, and David Silva, and look what happened there. It's probably one of the best midfield threes you've ever had for that season. So it can be done there. Very similar.
What I'd say is never say never, innit? Pep can always find a way of making it work. Whether you invert a fullback, whether you push John Stones into the middle, you know what I mean, to give that extra solidity. By the way, I think Jay spoke about it before, but fucking hell, that was roll back the years, that did it today with John Stones in there. And you know what? I think that massively helped Savinho in that first half because John Stones was like occupying that space on the right, that Buchanan probably would normally have been double marking Savinho. Yeah, but he wasn't. He was sort of like near Stones because Stones otherwise would have been free. And as soon as Stones got the ball, he was giving it to Savinho. Savinho was just had that one-on-one. Obviously, he didn't And then that meant that Doku didn't really get that opportunity on the left-hand side. But that was great to see, man. I don't know how like sustainable it is with Stones, obviously with his injuries.
It creates
and that,
so much space for everyone else, though, when you have that extra man just dropping
it's such
in
a good tactic,
and just
man.
occupying a body. Yeah, it just creates like little channels for like you seen Rico running into him today, man. Even if they're not directly affecting the game, as long as they're occupying a man, it's opening space for everyone else to move into. Now imagine a Cherky and a Foden picking up those pockets, like instead of Rico Lewis today. Do you know? Think of the damage that them two could do, man, in those similar positions. So, yeah, hopefully we can try it a couple more times moving forward.
There was a moment in the second half where Villarreal was on the counter and Stones was on that left side trying to get back. And he was like the only one out there, so he was, trying to sprint back. I got nervous. I was concerned about his hamstring. I was concerned about it. I just like, oh God, he's about to, because I just don't trust his body to hold up. And that's the scary part. But I mean, to his credit, he's been relatively healthy this season. But in that moment, I was just like, this is where he always happens. He's always trying to sprint back to save us because, we're out of position or whatever. And then he ends up doing his injury. So,
yeah,
that's where hopefully Cousinov will come into it in the future to do that job for him. But yeah, obviously he's got to stay fit yet as well.
Yeah. Any comments on Diaz, Scott? I've seen Scott. He was hyping him up a couple of times in the watch along. I know Pulpy, you was glazing Diaz on your match on your season ratings of players so far. I mean, you're probably the one that's saying he's highest out of all four of us on the panel.
He's doing all right. He looks like his old self. He's putting in 7.5, 8s, but he's also the defense feels more solid and he's not being exposed more.
Yeah.
When he's in a battle where it's a case of physicality versus physicality, and not having to run in treacle chasing people all the time, we're all right. That's his strengths. And he is a leader. People hate him, but he is a leader. And the criticism was fair of him last year, and now he's got this new contract. You have to accept that he's putting the effort in. So, take the pitchforks out of his back and let the guy play, and he's been doing all right.
I think the way we've changed and adapted has suited him down to the ground as well. A lot of the time when I was critical of him was it wasn't always him. I'd say it was 50% him, but I'd also say it was 50% of the system that he was playing in as well. The fact that we had to trust this guy week in, week out with the high line that we was playing, I didn't think he should have been in the team. But now that we've adapted to this kind of new style of play where we're more willing to kind of sit in and just drop off 10 yards, then he does look like a different player again, and I think it does suit him like so much more. So obviously you got to commend the staff, obviously who've made the change as well, and commend Diaz as well because he has stepped up.
Did I say
another player who's listened to it.
Did I say Donnarumma got 5 in 9 clean sheets, and I think Diaz has probably been the same, right? He's had 5 in 9, I guess. He's played most of the games.
He played them all, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like. And he's been so them two are a big part of why that is the case. They seem to work well together, and I think in terms of professionalism, I think Diaz appreciates having a super keeper in net. Who's been there, done it, won it all. He's an animal.
They're always touching each other up on the pitch as well, man. Every time something happens, they're proper like in each other's pants straight away. Like, well done, Ruben, lad, well done, and like.
Donnarumma doesn't want to hug though, man. I've seen Donnarumma try and hug one of their players, and the guy was like, "Get off me, man!" You know what I mean? He was like, "Come on."
I think it was Pepe, Nicolas Pepe.
Was it Pepe? Yeah,
I think so.
He does. Yeah, but I'm looking at it. Yeah, Diaz has started this season. Yeah, every Champions League game and every Prem game bar one. And I've got to say as well, that is something that we don't give him credit for as well. Reliability. Do you know what I mean? Because we've had a lot of injury problems at this football club, right? But he's not somebody that gets too many injuries. I mean, if I look at his career at Manchester City, yeah, he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but 4 of those 6 injuries all come last year when he was come back from injury, straight back in the team, come back from injury, straight back in the team. So if you exclude last year, which was an anomaly, yeah, he's very reliable as well. Now, hopefully, obviously, that injury thing last year is just a one-off, and I think it will be. I think basically we're just getting him back and playing him too quickly, but I think stuff like that, really, people don't really speak about stuff like that, but I think it's important, man, because you got players who are good, like John Stones, but can never be relied on. It's a fucker. You know what I mean? So, big up, man. I think he's been playing all right. So, yeah, pretty solid, man. Anything else from you boys you wanted to bring up or out? Anything from the chat? Let us know anything in the chat you wanted to say. But yeah, anything from you lads on the panel?
No, just business as usual, innit?
Can we make it 10 on Sunday? Unbeaten.
It'll be a tough game because they're in form, Villa, and they're usually. I know we did them last year in a massive game late on, but they usually give us a fucking good goal, Villa, every year. You know that. Like I think I remember that being one of our toughest games last year. Was it the first fixture in the Premier League last year? Was like one of the best teams that we played all of last season. I think. Do you know the away fixture at Villa Park? And I think they
battered us, didn't they?
I think they beat us convincingly, like more so than maybe any other team all season.
Last year was the year at Villa Park where I questioned whether or not the players were trying, because I still remember it to this day. That second goal, that they scored at Villa Park last year, I was like, whoa, like it was bad. And then the year before that was the one where they absolutely rinsed us, and in the end, they ended up winning 1-0 off a deflected fucking shot. Yeah, that was the one where Foden got hooked at half time for Bob. Because Foden, when Foden gave the ball away and Pep was going fucking sick and he hooked him off at half time for Oscar Bob, it was like, yo, shit, we got fucking.
They're a bit of a bogey team, man. They're a bit of a bogey team, especially away from home. And I know they looked shit at the start of this year, but it's starting to come together for them now. I think they're unbeaten in 5 games, aren't they, or something? So.
Yeah, I would say that. I watched them against Spurs and they were very average. 2 wonderful goals. But outside the 2 finishes, which were fucking unbelievable, like 2, fucking probably both in goal of the month. The second's probably going to be in goal of the year contribution. I thought it was very average. But yeah, check this as well. Villarreal manager saying this Man City is not the Man City of last season. It's much better. So some glaze from the Villarreal
Big up Marcelino, man. That's what we want to hear.
Heavy glaze.
Validate us. Validate our asses.
And it like you said, it validates what you believe you see with your own eyes. It feels obvious to me that we're much better, but then when you hear other managers come out and say, we played them last season and it's not the same. I love it.
Yeah, 100%, man. That's good to see. Rico said we've got our confidence back. That's the main thing. When you're playing with confidence, there's nothing really that can stop you but yourself. Everybody, and that's right, isn't it? Because last year that was basically what's happened. Like, you know what I mean? Last year we were stopping ourselves. Everybody trusts each other. You see the players who played today. Everyone's got trust. We all want the ball. There's nothing better than having each other. And then Pep spoke about Rico's comments and said it's absolutely, but always it's been like that except last season because we were not together because everybody was in hospital on the massage table for 10, 11 months. That's why it was so difficult, says Pep Guardiola. That goes back to the point about Diaz. Having a player that is just so reliable and that is. It's good, man. All right, sweet. Let me see if there's anything in the chat from you guys to see if you want to speak about anything before we go.
So right, let's pose a question.
Yeah.
Given how well Nunes has done it right back, if Kursanov's fit, are you dropping Nunes?
I think it depends on the game for me.
Aston Villa, let's just say Aston Villa.
Who's their left winger, man?
I don't think they're that special. Like they kind of play central through Morgan Rogers more than they used to have like Diaby, didn't they, and people like that out wide. But I think they just go more central now with Rogers directly in behind Watkins. Do you know that kind of thing?
Usually that Buendia or someone else floats about, doesn't it?
Well, when I watched them on Saturday, Buendia started on the bench, and Rogers was sort of like central, kind of going everywhere. Marlon was sort of like playing up top. I don't know what they're going to do, man. I don't know what they're going to... Oh, was it that... was this Guessan geezer? Shout out to Tobias, man. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to play on Sunday, but he was the guy. I'm pretty sure it was him who played left wing against Spurs. I don't remember him doing anything, though. I literally don't remember him saying his name once in the stream.
In terms of the question you asked, I don't really think it matters who you play for them. What would you do? Would you stick would you stick with a Nunes? Or would you bring Kusanov back in?
Against every team outside the top 8, I'd start Nunes. And then Kusanov in the others.
I'd start Kusanov. solid. Yeah, we can't afford to lose the game, right? I think we need to win, but you can't afford to lose the game. Let's start off.
Well,
with
you're in a tricky position back at centre back as well. If we're gonna start talking about Cousinov going back in at centre back and everyone's fit, you've then got Cousinov, Stones, Diaz, and Gvardiol, or four centre backs there, all fully fit. Who do you drop
Ake
out of
as well.
those for? I think
Yeah.
Ake's done me. I think Ake was poor at the weekend. You know,
He's made one bad pass, mate.
Nah, I thought it was all right, man.
I
He made
don't
one
think he
bad
was
pass
good.
and he's just.
It was.
that's it.
Bro, he's
I
not
think
fully
in
match fit, man.
I think in transition as well, though, his legs look shot. in my
Yeah, but
opinion,
he's
but-
also
yeah.
he's also a rotation player for us now, isn't it? Like, that's it. That's not too serious.
He's
He'll
the new Scott
play
Carson, mate.
Swansea. He'll play, you know,
Yeah.
those kind of cup matches. I think
Yeah,
I think I would go with Nunez, though. To be honest with you, what he offers going forward is, in my opinion, quite a bit better than what we're going to get out of Kuznetsov. Now, Kuznetsov is a better defender. He's more physical, but I don't think Nunez has been a bad defender for us this season. So
Nah,
I
I'd run
might go
Huzanov.
Nunez.
I'd run Huzanov and unleach Turkey and just say Huzanov.
Well,
not
then,
expect
yeah,
him
if you're
back
going
in
to just
back.
give him, take that right side and just be free, yeah.
Yeah.
that
Because
makes
that's what
sense.
Pulper, you were saying before, yeah. You don't think well, I think it was you, I remember Jay, but someone was saying before that you don't think Pepper's going to trust Cherky right wing, yeah, because they're tracking back. So you just play Huzanov and just say Huzanov, chilling. I think that's what
Yeah,
I'd do.
that would free up Cherky, yeah, for sure, if you did play him there. I think Kuznetsov should start. The question that Pulpy asked then, I think Kuznetsov should start every game, all right? Whether it's at right back, I'd swap and change him and Nunez. But if I was going to play Nunez there against like a team that's not in the top six, say, I'd still start Kuznetsov at centre back when he's fit. I still think he's our best defender, and whether
Over
that's next to
Ruben
Diaz
or-
or Guardiola. Personally, I'd have Kuznetsov and Guardiola going forward if they're both fully fit and everyone's fully fit.
You can't drop Diaz off what he's done this year, mate. Just because there's some agenda brewing in your stomach.
I'm not dropping him. I just think that's the best centre back partnership when everyone's fit.
I mean, I think we're at a point now where players are match fit and they're not, they're all right. You've got to play those lads that are in form and doing it, and it's harsh to drop somebody now who's playing well just because somebody's been injured and they come back. I think it's about time where players that have been out through injury have got to wait their time to get back in because we're winning and we're doing well. That goes for, Gvardiol. He come back in today. He's been out injured, hasn't he? Nunez is in now. Kuznatsov's been out. Cherky's been out. Marmoush has been out. So these lads are not necessarily automatic players now. So I think that's the way it has to be.
Who would be your starting centre-back partnership, Pulpit? Everyone fully fit, not taking form into it or anything. Who are the best two centre-backs going forward for Man City?
Diaz and Guardiola.
Diaz and Guardiola.
Yeah.
That's fair.
For the season, mate, based purely
if you're talking
on,
right now.
yeah, their partnerships that they've had for the end of last season and this year, I think that's the best one. That's the most balanced.
I just think it's Kuznetsov, Guardiola. I think they're the two best
centre-back for us is unknown. You're just basing that. I think a lot of people just basing the fact that he's a bit of an animal. He's fast.
I don't think it is unknown. I think he's played great every time he's played at centre back. I think he's been class.
He's not a Diaz. And what you lose,
Diaz isn't a Kuznetsov either.
No, but what you lose by taking Diaz out as a leader at the back, and I think that's working.
No, not the leader.
It's the same. It's the same argument every time.
Right? Have we not just been talking about how well Diaz and Donnarumma have done together and got all these?
It's all Donnarumma's doing, man.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. With having Donnarumma back there, does it minimize or not even minimize? Does it lessen what you need from Diaz as far as leadership is concerned?
Leadership.
What do you mean oldies? Right.
Personally,
checking his names because when Rodri turns 30 next year, I'm going to be back for your names and asking if it's an oldie then.
Yeah. Now, you know what it is for me, yeah? I would personally stick with Diaz and Gvardiol right now because it's working, right? And I just don't want
Which is fine, but take form out of it, LB, and I know who you're picking.
Yeah,
right?
No. It's Huzanov Gvardiol. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. And next season, I personally would go into the season next year with Huzanov and Gvardiol. But now, like we're on this streak. I don't want to start tinkering with stuff and fucking it up.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I would be playing Gvardiol, Diaz, and then Huzanov, Nunez, depending on the game. Yeah. But next year, I would say Gvardiol, Huzanov going forward. Yeah, just for the.
But I have said on previous shows that I believe once Kuznetsov gets in, he'll be hard to get out of the team. And he should, on individual equality, in terms of who's the best, he should start. But I feel like Nunes has earned the right to keep playing because he's been good.
And people forget because of how good it's been the last few weeks, how good Cousinov was before he got injured as well.
Exactly, but
he was easily our best defender.
Take a ticket and get in line, mate. You know what I mean?
Fair enough, man. All right, cool. That was good. Anything else, boys? I'm just looking for the chat. If there's anything in the chat you guys wanted to cover before we go, but don't think there is. Let us know in the chat. Tariq, anything?
Nah, man. I don't think so.
Yeah, Michael says, I think we should try playing Cherky on the left, Savini on the right, just to see if it works out with forward at the centre. It's also the position he could give to pass the ball to Haaland. It could cook. Says
why are we dropping Doku though? After Savio's had one good game, man. Like it's very.
Yeah, but Doku's now. Yeah, no. But no. Hang on a minute. Yeah, because you was reactionary to Doku's good form.
Yeah, because that was over a prolonged period of time.
It was
more prolonged period of time than his bad form.
It was 4 games.
No, come off it. It was more than 4 games.
It was 4 fucking games.
It was 4. It was 4.
Gas
yeah, he was like amazing for
4 or 5 games, bro.
He's been for a couple now.
Savio's been good for
today
wasn't
that
game.
Great.
Savio's been good for 1 game, and we're already dropping Doku for him.
I agree with you on that part.
Yeah,
Doku has played well, but he's on stinker watch now, isn't he? He's on that.
It's just
so the worst thing you can do now is drop him, though.
That way, so
the worst thing you can do now is drop him.
Drop who?
Doku.
So how long do you give him? He's just had 3 games.
What do you mean? How long do you give him, man? He's been one of our best players this year. Why are we talking about dropping him already? Because Savio's had one good game.
LB, he wasn't good against Brentford.
You was cooking Savio before today, saying how you don't want to see him in the team.
Yeah,
and now you're dropping Doku for him.
Man. I'm a simple man. I go off a form. If you're playing well, you play. If you're not playing well, you don't
that's the way it should be.
That's the way it should be.
Playing well for 1 game, bro. So does that mean we're starting? Does that mean we're starting Rico on Sunday then as well?
No, what I've said in the past is I think that
shut up then.
Doku has played better when he didn't have to look over his shoulder. He could just be free. Now you've got Marmoush coming back. You've got Savio, who is healthy, who's playing on both sides now. You got Cherky, who's coming on the right side, which means Savio's going to have to play more on the left. I think Doku just needs that confidence to know he's the man. Kind of like what we said about Phil when KDB was out, Phil was the man, and he could just play.
You're not going to get that, though, at Manchester City.
I agree. And he's got to learn how to be able to show and prove every match. Every time he steps out there, he's got to be able to bring it. And I don't think he's there yet. But he's still relatively young.
3 days ago, 90% of the fan base was saying they never want to see Savio start again. And now all of a sudden, he's in everyone's starting 11 for the weekend. What the fuck
90% of the fan base is reactionary.
Yeah,
probably all of the fan base is reactionary in one way or the other.
Yeah, but we react to performances.
He just got man of the match.
He just got man of the match.
In a massive European tie away from home.
Start Rico Lewis then on Sunday. Rico Lewis starts at the weekend.
Someone clip
that. Because he's had a good he's had 1 good game, right? So now he starts on Sunday. Because that's how form works for everyone, supposedly. 1 good game counts as form nowadays, which is crazy to me.
No, there's difference between having a good game and getting man of the match, Jay.
No, I disagree.
If you was a 22-year-old lad and you'd been playing football and you got man of the match and you didn't start the next game, you'd be fuming.
Man of the match is like a kids award that you hand out to 7-year-olds, man, at Sunday football. If he's had a good game, he's had a good game. I don't think I need a reward to go along with it, right? But 1 game is not form in my eyes. Doku is still in more form along a prolonged period of time than Savio has been this season.
Okay, but you accept that in the last 3 games, Doku hasn't played well.
Yeah, I agree that Doku's been not that well, but there's also reasons for that as well, which I've highlighted about him not. Doku didn't have the advantage of having a midfielder that was going over to him today and creating those extra spaces with the runs around him. I did say he wasn't great today, but he also got hung out to dry with the people around him and was leaving him 1v2 a lot of the time. But you cannot say after one good Savio game that he's in better form than Doku, who's been better for a prolonged period of time across the whole season. You just can't do it.
How many games? How many games, like for Doku, because obviously he's not played well in the last 3, does he have to play before Savio, off of one game, is in better form?
Savio got an assist.
Savio's got to play better for more than one game to start with.
Weekend, yeah, he's got output, mate. He's got more output at the minute.
He still wasn't great against Everton. Let's be real.
He still got an assist.
He still wasn't great against Everton.
He got an assist, though.
He did get an assist, but it's just the technicality because he made a simple pass. But I'm not going to take that away from him because, again, to his credit, I think it's less about Savio being better than Doku. I think it's Doku just hasn't been up to the level that we saw from him earlier, and he needs to get back to that level. And I think if he can't, and the competition is greater now than it was when he was on that good run of form. So he's more likely to be dropped if he can't get back there. But Savio, at this point, it's neither here nor there because, to your point, Jay, I don't think he's performed well in a long enough period of time for me to even worry about him. It's more about Doku just has to be better.
Because Savio had 4 shit games before today, and no one was talking about, well, how long's it got to be and all this bullshit. And now he's had one good game and he's undroppable again. It's crazy, man.
Right, so if Savio's not starting because he's out of form, right? Okay. Are you willing to then say you can play Doku on the left wing because Doku is undroppable because he's done all right, and Shirky's not starting, so you're happy to have Bernardo Silva on the right wing then?
And I think if it was a question of who you drop out of Savio and Doku, which is what it kind of started with, because we're talking about one being in form for one game and the other being out of form for 4, Doku much more deserves to start than Savio does based off his form this season. I don't care if it was the last game. I don't care if it was 2 games ago. Doku was put in a much higher caliber level of performances this season overall than Savio has. So if you're going to drop one of them, it's got to be Savio for me, regardless of how he plays.
Just for FYI, chat, I wouldn't play any of them. I'd play Cherky and Mamouche at the weekend, to be honest. That's what I fucking do. Yeah. But if you're
going to play one of them, it should be Doku.
Well, where left though? If you played him on the left, I probably would still go Doku on the left-hand side.
Yeah, and then
but then obviously the reason we started talking about this because the guy said, "Would you play Cherky off of the left?" And then that opened a conversation about who you play on the right-hand side. Yeah, because would you play Doku on the right or would you play Savinho on the right?
I just don't.
That was the question.
Yeah, to go back to the original question, I would not try to shoehorn him in on the left. I would either play him on the right or I would play him as a 10. Speaking of Cherky, that I'm not going to put him in a position, and maybe he's played on the left again. I don't watch a lot of French football, so I don't know. But I would not be putting him somewhere that he's not consistently played and just expect him to perform. I don't think it works that way.
Yeah. No news on Nico G. Well, Pep said he thinks he'll be all right, but whatever that means, we don't really know what that means, to be honest with you. Yeah, man. This is a fair comment, man. Tobias says, swear 90% of City convos about wingers. So tired of it. We'll never be talking like this if we actually had elite wingers, says Tobias. Probably a fair comment.
But who was an elite winger? I mean, outside of Elise, because before the season started, everyone was telling me that Rodrigo was an elite.
Should have been that world class.
I don't know. Yeah. And I don't know if he's elite.
Should have been that world-class Rodrigo who's been on fire this season.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
He's not stopped fucking banging him in, has he? What a player.
Big up Brand Holt says, one of our wingers needs to hold whip so the other one can play more centrally. When Bernardo's on the right, Docu's at his best. When Savinho and Docu both play, Docu allows Savinho to cut in, says Brand Holt. Yeah, but that's what we're saying then. So is Docu basically being sacrificed then for the benefit of the team? You think they'll both play?
Yeah.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
So let's be honest. Based off the season, they're our best combination.
Fucking hell.
Are they? Yeah, right. Tell me who else has been better than those two.
That reaction, then.
It's true, bro. It's like, man, what are you talking about? It's true.
I bet they're not far off almost meeting what they've done last year in terms of output, right?
Do you want me to check?
I mean, I know Savio got like 9 assists and stuff, but they've got to be close to
So,
being
last
60%
year,
away there.
Savio, are we doing all comps or just Prem? All comp, Savio got
whatever makes
3.
my point look better.
Right, so Savio, all competitions last year, yeah. If we exclude Club World Cup, because that's a bit of a faff, he got 2 goals, yeah, and 12 assists all season. This season, he's got 1 goal, so he's halfway there, and he got
Halfway there already, fucking hell.
Yeah, actually funny, isn't it? And 2 assists. So you got 10 to go. 10 assists to go and a goal. Doku.
He must be well ahead of what the where he should be by the end of it.
Yeah. So Doku
compared to last year.
He got 6 goals, 9 assists last season, all competitions. This year, he's got 1 goal, 3 assists. So he's 5 goals behind where he was.
They're on course to beat their records.
He should have about 6 assists as well, by the way. I've seen people miss fucking open nets and shit off Doku's assist this year, which has done my head in, but you can't count them all.
Yeah, no, fairs, man. You should clip all the bad misses for evidence. Insert it in. When, I mean,
legit. Do you not remember Haaland's open net miss off his assist early this season, where he rounded the keeper and then put it wide? But who was that against now? I can't even remember who it was against.
I can't remember, to be honest.
But he got robbed anyway.
Yeah. All right, and boys. Big up, man. Big up, Jay. Says, have a solution. Bench both of them, says Jason.
I wouldn't mind that. At least we wouldn't have to argue about who's the most in form if you drop them both. So
Yeah.
it was against United. Big up, guys. It was.
Yeah. Right, cool, man. Cool. Sweet, man. Sweet. All right, and boys. Big up, man, for jumping on. Remember, chat, Tarek's going live in 40 minutes on his channel, man. Links in description. Make sure you go check that out. Doing a phone-in show as well, so you can get on there. Make sure you guys are subbed up to Tarek's new channel. Sub to J Talk Sport as well. Links in description. And sweet. Yeah, anything else, lads? Are we done?
No, I think I'm good. If we bring something else up, we're just going to end up rowing for another 20 minutes, aren't we?
Yeah.
About centre backs and wingers.
Yeah. All right, and boys. Now, big up, man. Big up everybody in the building, man. Smash the likes up. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, man.